Matter. So Ghost Gaming looking to make a repeat here in game number 3 like they did in game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Day 3, match 3. Let's go.
We're well over the halfway mark at this point, which means the pressure is mounting for every single one of these squads. You can leave nothing on the table. Only 8 matches left. And right now, looking at the scores, we've got some haves and some have-nots. I mean, up at the top, 129 points. Konina Power is looking incredibly strong. Squads we're really looking at in the middle. Guns, Destiny, Ghost, Team Queso, they are so far off that, Dave. If they are going to start to turn their fortunes around, if they want to take the whole thing, if they want to help donate that lion's share of that money to charity, this is the game. Go big here. They got to go big here.
Hey, we're looking at Ghost. You already know the story. Ghost versus Guns. Ghost, let's see. This is their game. Somebody DM me. 2 rocks. They're not going to let me go with that one. 2 rocks. So Ghost Gaming looking to not be 2 rocks this game, but flint and steel to ignite
There it is.
their inner rage to get those kill points this game. I already see some shots popping off. I already see a down indicator right there between that Guns versus Ghost Gaming. So Ghost Gaming already looking to get some points early game.
Ghost Gaming, 100% win rate against Guns in this city. Not in scrims, but in our games when they matter the most. You teased it on day 1. Maybe they sort of sacked a little bit, you know, how well they were playing there. And I don't think that would be the case, because Dave, this is a totally different drop pattern. They've actually been pure hot dropped. They split. Guns is actually going toe-to-toe against their opponents right now. And HH24, Uzi in hand, he ain't having none of it. And a shotgun. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Guns right now directly in between all 4 members. And Ghost Gaming, they're looking to section off 1 enemy at a time. Get them pinned behind that wall. HH. Oh, Spec though. Spec is traded on from Freaks, AKM. Looking to get the confirm. Tensa though, remember, Tensa, a phenomenal player, especially up close and personal. But Bale with that off angle needs to make sure not to get tagged right there.
That's the thing with the AK and the early game. People don't have vests and helmets and stuff like that. That big ammo does so much work, but they're doing it with the SCAR as well. And just like this, it's all starting to fall apart for Ghost. Their win rate, maybe. Oh, never mind. So starting to turn things back around, trading it out, confirming the kill here. Ghost Gaming said they had to actually lose a player. Bayo is down. They were able to get the revive onto Spec. Great little bit of team play here from Ghost, as it is a 4v2. If they are able to get this full revive, Moody with the high ground, though, is going to be a massive factor in this Ralph. But the nade, primed, cooked. But Tensa, he was in the animation. His head was down. It didn't quite confirm it. And Tommy Gun Tensa, Dave, is showing up in the server.
Going up, has the advantage up here on the roof. Another trade. HH is just popping off this game. 1-man army. Hamoudi, the last one alive right now, making sure to at least get a kill point underneath their belt. But Spec with the UMP to seal the deal with some air punches right there to celebrate. And they did it just in time to get the good old-fashioned Bayo Mayo back up.
Oh, no.
They lost HH, though.
I thought we buried that. Jason, no. Dave, you're not allowed to bring that back. I think, are those punches of joy or are those punches of darn it, we still lost one? Because they almost did that clean. And we talked about it in game number 1, and I went and sat and did some math. So if Ghost takes this fight every game, and if they win this fight every game, over the course of all of the Erangels we had left to play, that was 24 points. That is almost 2 full chicken dinners worth of points if they kill Guns every single time for every Erangel for the rest of these last 2 days. That's the kind of points they're looking at. There's zero reason for them not to do it every single time if they feel confident they consistently win. And right now, Dave, they'd have no reason to think otherwise.
I know day 1, Mustache Dave, someone say huge Guns fan, you know, representing the team from Iraq. And I still am, you know, I still am. Huge Gun. But Ghost Gaming, you know, hey, USA, I kind of got to root for him here at this point. So right there, HH24, so much work. Talk about clocking in here right now. He punched that ticket. 2 kills to themselves. We saw the Scar slash Uzi combo, and then of course Tensa on the roof up there towards the end to try to seal that deal. They used Bayo as bait for sure. How about that?
Oh yeah,
Bayo, the Bayo bait. So not the Bayo Mayo, but the Bayo bait. Bayo out there on that off angle, trying to catch him with that flank. Caught off guard. Totally fine though, because that allowed their squad mates, Bayo's squad mates, to kind of collapse just a little closer and surround Guns a little tighter, a little further in. And I think that's what sealed the deal right there for Ghost Gaming to come out on top.
And I also think we always give Bayo a lot of love for being the strategist, the brains. His opening 1v1 win is what set that all up for them. Because Ghost didn't choose that. Guns chose that. They're the ones who hot dropped on Ghost's side of the city. They're the ones who initiated that early game scrap. A bit of retaliation, I figure, from how Erangel went in game number 1, where Ghost cleanly eliminated them over about 15 minutes. I'm not sure if Guns is going to do that again.
It will.
The question now becomes,
it will.
Are they going to do that again?
Yeah, they will.
Are they going to hot drop them like that? Drop a Chinky, sure, but are they going to hot drop like that? All right, Dave says yes. Chat, what do you think? Let's see what chat thinks. Is Guns going to keep going for it? Because at this point, Dave, 1 point ain't going to cut it.
No, it's not. They are in that mid-pack right now. They are in that mid-pack. But you have to remember, all the money, all that cash money that's going to be won here tomorrow, all for a good cause. You know, all getting donated, help everybody in need, no one left behind, for those charities to support those communities that can't afford the vaccine. So it's all for a good cause. But when I'm talking, you're taking my Pachinki spot, and on stream, you're going to wipe out my squad in my spot, I think Guns, they have to come back, Paul. You know, they got to tape up them gloves, and they got to come back to at least even the score with Ghost Gaming and just put some respect on their name.
All right, well, they've got one Miramar match to have the fastest anime training arc of their lives in order to power up to come back into Ghost for the last game of the day. We'll see what they can do, at least on this one. We'll see if they can rally and get some of that ego back and see if they can take Ghost down a peg. But let's take a look at the map state as a whole. We did have one of these northeastern circles, a pretty common one here once again. We've seen a couple of these over the course of the day. Teams are rotating in a little bit early, but some squads, no big surprise, like Onyx still out there in the blue, playing it slow and steady. And to me, it's interesting because we have two squads that are really exemplifying. We have Onyx and RTG who really play the same strategy. And I feel like Onyx is trying to play it how RTG is. It's really, really interesting because we have two squads with the same goals. One's not working for him, and one is doing it excellently. So we'll continue to contrast these teams and see how it does here on our third map.
I think it comes down to, at least on Erangel, looking right now, like drop spots, right? RTG, they drop somewhat center on the map. Erangel as a whole, they're a little east of Roshawk, and then Onyx down there, Primorse. Like, if we don't get a military base circle for Onyx, if we don't get the quarry finish for Onyx, they're going to have a big challenge rotating, and we see them ultra wide rotates. The thing is, when they go for the wide rotates, they tend to go all the way up to the north and then hit a quick right-hand turn towards the east side. The thing is, who's always there? Alpha 7. Always around that area. So it's like right off the drop, Onyx, they're already kind of like, they're putting themselves back a peg. You don't want to run into Alpha 7 every single game because your chances, they're going to be low. And I'm not just saying that, to kind of doubt Onyx and their gun skills, but we're talking about Alpha 7 from Brazil, like one of the top, most aggressive squads in the game of PUBG Mobile.
When we look at a team with players of just individual gun skill in the lobby, again, at this level, I mean, you're talking like, this is like Madden scores. It's like a 90 to a 91. But at this level of play, that makes a huge difference. They have some of the best in the game when it comes to just pure gun skill. And Fresh looked to put his on display. Couldn't quite find it, though. Chivas Esports, a bit of a sloppy rotation, getting caught out in every direction. Dave, every single camera we're panning to is in trouble right now. Beast with the UMP. Looking to push this. What a hold from Fran. Gets the first aid off. Nerves of absolute steel, but it does not do enough.
I'm surprised Fran was able to get the heal off right there.
That was nutty.
Yeah, it worked out, though. It worked out towards the end. They were able to take him out. Jacob, remember we saw that grenade, self-grenade from Jacob. Definitely trying to get some more respect on their name right there. Able to get a kill. Vehicle explosion out there in the distance. And the question for me, what will Destiny do? You already took out 2 of them. Are you going to commit? Are you going to commit to hunt them down and try to get the squad wipe? If I am Destiny, currently 6th place on the overall, I think you do. I think you hunt them down and you try to get the 2 additional points.
Normally, I would 100% agree with you, except for working at their position in this circle. Chivas are driving away. They're driving towards the outskirts, towards Severny, where Destiny wants to center up, getting just north of Rozhok, able to take some of those compounds there. They're rotating in. They're still looking for them, though, Dave, so you might not be wrong. They're scouting with Severny angle, look towards Alpha 7, Destiny trying to hold all these different angles. UDR Killers is looking to get involved as well, though. It's so hard to see where these teams are on the map, Dave, because we still have 15 up and in it right now. They're all stacked on top of one another, trying to get a glimpse of where all these squads are. It's tough because we still have 56 players in the lobby, and we're coming on to circle number 3.
Meanwhile, Sandro just looking at the sky, looking to see if that plane will favor them with the good juicy crate right there. And yeah, Destiny, it looks like they are gonna, put a halt to that hunt down. They seem to have lost the scent from the duo coming on out there from Chivas, as now they got bigger fish to fry. Alpha 7 going to be right between Destiny and Onyx and even Godsend. So really depending on where this next zone goes. Is it going to go north or south of that nice Rozhok River? Well, that's going to be the big Thanos snap that John Allen likes to put it here of this game, because that water is like clear cut right down the middle of the zone.
I mean, this circle's thinking like north, south, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. It could go either way right now, and that river will cause a lot of problems for those teams who are stuck on the wrong side. I also want to note, Mafios from Alpha 7 is long looting in George. So I think maybe a med strap potential as well coming in from Alpha 7. We'll be keeping an eye on that. As Onyx was able to rotate in and around, Mafios would have been cognizant of that, would have heard the vehicles. So keeping an eye on this for sure. Alpha 7, a little bit of a different strategy here from them. And I think back to Carrillo and the classic Loops roster, how aggressive that team always played, how it was really the hallmark of Brazil. This is something totally different. And maybe they're not regretting it now, as we do see the hard southern shift. These northern teams, Dave, they've got to rethink this strategy. Things are about to start to get a little bit crazy, and Onyx is experiencing that firsthand.
Yeah, almost immediately we got, 6 teams up here to north that all need to come up with some type of game plan. Onyx, oh wow, okay, 7, yeah, 7. We're gonna just have to leave you to the Wolves right there, because they have to reposition, and they have to not only avoid Godsend, avoid Destiny, avoid Alpha 7, but they're gonna have teams already waiting in the zone for them. And before we get to them, UDR, Clash, hello, pull up.
And RTG. You can see the third party coming in on the kill feed. That's what that was happening. Trazen priming this grenade. Gets it out. Not going to do a whole lot. Trazen, whose luck I constantly talk about because he's constantly in awful positions. This time, though, putting UDR just there, as we can see them constantly being pressured from that third party as well. The smokes are down, making me cough through the screen, Dave, because UDR, they are in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, UDR, if I'm them right now, like, what do you do? And honestly, I think trying to get into the vehicles and reposition to Sandro is going to be the best bet. Taking this engagement right here, it's yeah, you're already losing 1. So Nano, you're just gonna have to try to get on out of here. They already threw the smokes, and they make it. Oh, but look who else is crashing right on top of them. Rod.
Focus is gonna drop. Yeah, I mean this is rough.
Oof.
I mean, Sandro is just being forced to play double, triple duty right now, protecting his teammates who are rolling on in, trying to deny the squads who are meeting up in apps. I mean, we've seen some crazy apartment finishes, Dave. I mean, wild apartment finishes. With Konina Power joining us as well, this is only going to continue to get spicy as all the teams are rotating in a lot of wide wraps, as teams didn't want to do the pure north-south over the river, which actually means that it's pretty wide open. Rozhok is still fully clear. Not sure how that's possible. And all these teams are stacked up on apartments. I think everyone had the same idea.
Yeah, and looks like Alpha 7, they might be scouting out Rozhawk to take that for themselves. Ghost Gaming did take over school, but 3 teams in apartments. Bonita Power currently in first place, going to be one of those teams. Okay, the coupe. Okay, those shocks, the traction, pretty good. Now we know it can run over a hay bale and still make it. Team Queso down here in the south on Potato Hill. They got the high ground. They're taking shots at Godsend. They're going to try to gatekeep them and get these kill points as best as possible.
I think for me, I like this for Team Queso. I like them being the ones playing gatekeeper and not the ones executing the crashes. That's where we've seen them struggle, but it's gonna be.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh my! That is the hardest. That white line is touching the blue, Dave. That is the hardest shift it could possibly be. And I don't know what RTG did. I don't know what sacrifice they made, but the Circle Gods are with them today. Oh me, oh my. They are in a prime position once again, but so is Onyx, Destiny, Chivas as well, and everybody else, Dave. It's pedal to the metal. It's Mad Max time.
You gotta land those. You gotta land those. M249.
Yeah.
RTG also going to be gifted a crate. We see they're out there on the distance. Sandro with that second chance opportunity. Trying to go full Rambo out here, but with that red dot, just not able to connect onto the target. Okay, UDR though, they're right there on the edge. They don't need to move, so Sandro can have not a second, not a third, maybe even a fourth chance to continue to at least try to get some points. And it's just an all-out mayhem battle right here just to claim a spot in the southern part of this new circle. Like you said, hard shift to the north. Onyx, huge W for them.
I mean, it doesn't get much better for this than the teams who are already up there. Every single team is having a struggle on the road right now. This is like a not-so-friendly game of Mario Kart where everybody's just looking for that blue shell. And you can see Frozen going for it right there. The run over onto Acer and the kill feed. These guys are vicious when it comes to these rotations at this point. Everybody is trying to find that key compound, and getting there just a second sooner is Bonita Power. Destiny now, Dave, has to rethink this plan. They were just a little too slow.
Kind of separated too as well if we're looking at Destiny. They are trying to gatekeep Chivas as they do have that solo still out there trying to get that pickup. But look at the pull-up. Team Queso, we talk about them time and time again. When all else fails, just full YOLO send it and try to come out on top and clash. Oh, putting a stop to that. Man, Team Queso and their pull-ups, their crashes. If I'm a Team Queso fan, all right, I have my fingers crossed for them to just get the zone so that they're not forced in that situation.
Because their decision-making just hasn't been paying off for them here. We'll see if it'll be a little bit better for Loca Nostra, trying to capitalize on the chaos that was already sown as Clash continued to hold on to this compound. They've been doing it all day long. The nades are coming in as LCO. Is this dropping too? The third party coming in as well. Loca Nostra is just in a world of hurt. Absolute panic on their faces right now. And uh-oh, jumping through the window as the third party comes in from Destiny. Wow.
Right there, all you need to do with that DP Pro, get that tripod action going, even stable. Able to get those bullets right through that window. And Savage pretty much lucking out right now with that third party from Destiny, because Clash, they were just, you could see, they were just full-blown trying to make sure to take out Loca Nostra right there in that situation.
If I'm Clash, I get all 4 up, and then I just rush Savage. You cannot have another player, you know, in your compound right now. Just send everybody at him. Every 3 players. Have Terminus set back up there, Overwatch, everybody else needs to rush him, get him out of your compound, take that back over, and then you are in such a stellar position. Or just use nades.
Yeah,
or just use nades.
And they saw the smokes, right? They saw the smoke. So it's like, okay, where could they be in the smoke? So they toss about 5 grenades.
Yeah.
And just in time.
There.
Just in time. Look, next zone doesn't favor that compound. Clash, though, already sitting on a couple kill points, which is good. They have a couple vehicles from all those enemies crashing them, so they could build their own cover in the next zone, which is huge for them.
Which, again, talk about it. RTG, what did you sack? Like, what happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. Check up. Oh, no. Well, that's not ideal. RTG got the circle again, is what I'm saying. They've literally not had to move, like, the entire game. I'm pretty sure this is where they drop. I'm pretty sure, like, at this point, you know, they've got kids enrolled at school. You know what I mean? Like, they're planting trees. They're going to be, like, reaping the fruit from those trees at this point, Dave, because they've been here forever.
tasty fruit too. I mean, it's juicy, it's ripe, it's ready to go, and you know what? They're not sharing it. They're not sharing it with anybody this game. So, although they are center, now they have the challenge of defending, making sure teams don't crash, making sure teams don't sneak up on top of them and take them out. So they are going to have a challenge in front of them.
They are. I mean, it's the same situation Rod was in that last game, where everybody knows where you are. Everybody knows the team is going to be in that compound. The question is, what can you do with it? Destiny? Okay. That wide swing, shooting out of the vehicle. Absolute chaos in the hill. As Onyx continuing to get involved. Kanina Power there. Godsent gets eliminated. His master is going to drop. Mihi just a little bit too big. As Gonzo is looking to get involved at distance. That DP Dave. We've seen it do work so far. And UDR Killers are going to get eliminated as well, but Onyx still in this.
All I hear are shots right now from all over the place. You got Ghost in the zone trying to third party. You got Konina Power trying to fourth party. You hear some vehicles. Looks like Destiny going to be rolling on out as Onyx just couldn't handle the heat over there in the woods. Alpha 7, big chillin' still up there towards the north. 4 alive. Yeah. They're going to have the final say as Spec in the smoke right now, just trying to stay alive. But Konina Power fighting their way in. Tooth and nail right here.
They are indeed. And it's Ghost Gaming among all these other squads who sent it in just that little bit earlier. You talked about the wall. You talked about the cover. David, don't need nudge because Konina Power is looking to rip them right out from underneath it. Tensa, though, UMP in hand, getting third party. The shots are coming in. And this might be it. Konina Power just too big. Pop on out of the vehicle. The drive up, drive by. Ghost Gaming out again, at least with an 8th place finish. But it's just not where they wanted to be. And now, Konina Power have usurped this position, but I don't know how I feel about this, Dave, because they just saw how weak it was. They just took it from Ghost, and now they just have to take it back themselves. Not maybe ideal. We'll see if they can hold it just that little bit better with those few additional vehicles.
Well, not only that, Tensa was killed from behind from RTG. So Konina Power, their position right now, totally exposed. Fresh going for the long grenades and connecting one of them, applying some damage, getting the double. That's good. Can't Fresh get the third? Can't Fresh get the squad one?
Fresh is looking for it, lobbing it, chucking it, trying to find it. Axer's gonna fall. Vache on a scrap of HP. Do you have any more, Fresh? Do you have any more? If you do, that's the wipe. But instead, it is not. And Konina Power survives, but Dave, they still gotta move.
That they do. And Fresh, after using all their grenades, pissed. Fresh wants to get these 2 points. Wants to get these 2 points. And needs to get it before Alpha 7 decide to take them from him.
Alpha 7 have just been relaxing this whole time, picking up a kill here, a kill there, 4 to their name, but they've got 4 alive. They're feeling absolutely stellar on the outside, looking in. As we're seeing now the Molly coming in. Where was that about 20 seconds ago, Fresh? Because now you're taking some shots back in return, and now you both got to move. Fresh goes down, couldn't finish the job, but Konina Power says, thank you very much, we'll do it for you.
Yeah, Fresh is like, oh, I had a Molly in the back pocket. Should have used it a little quicker, but hey,
sooner.
regardless, great performance so right there as a solo. So now Alpha 7, like you said, they have been big chilling. They're going to be strolling into the zone. One of their squad mates, they were chunked down in the process. They should be able to get the pickup. RTG, though, that hard cover is still in play, Paul.
It is indeed, but Carry Boy did get knocked. Next, Ruya Gaming coming in, trying to do some work. Marshall looking to shoot right back. Rahada getting involved as well. You can see it in the kill feed. Every single team on this left side, the west side of this circle, going in big. Kudur and crew trying to find it. RTG potentially in trouble. They're split across a couple of different buildings here, Dave. They need to be able to continue to give each other that support, and it looks like they're able to do it. They're taking fights in every direction. This is incredible to watch. The team synergy here, super impressive.
Just mayhem. We see people burning. We hear the M249 shots getting rung out in the distance. RTG, we talked about this a couple moments ago. That compound's so strong, but a lot of eyes are going to be looking in their direction, currently trying to defend it against 2 different teams.
NK needs to try and get Marshall up. Rod, 2 players down on the outside, but they can't overextend themselves to try and confirm the kills. But it's still 100% the right play because there are still so many threats here in the server. Clash, all 4 up. Alpha 7, all 4 up. Next, Ruya Gaming, all 4 up. And the thing is now, Dave, how much damage will they do to each other? That's what RTG is thinking. They're just trying to sustain their way through this and let all these other squads fight it out.
You know what? Next zone goes up. I believe that broken wall right in front of RTG might still be in play. It's going to be huge, but the thing is, they need to take out the team right next to them that we're looking at. So there's 8 players on this side of the map, and they are right next to each other.
I mean, how often does this happen that we have so many squads with four players alive? Almost never. We have 4 squads with 4 up out of 5. Absolutely massive, as we're seeing Carry Boy, though. Wow, these long-range DP shots. Incredible. Mafios was just able to continue to do the work. Dave, I am so impressed. And just like that, Alpha 7, I mean, wow. And the bolt action is what.
The 8-time scope, too. I mean, talk about zooming in, trying to look for that head right there. But look at this. Konina Power, though, taking advantage of the situation, pushing up with their grenades. Konina Power, they are putting in the work right over here.
Next Ruya Gaming is helping them out, inadvertently offering them more options to move in. Clashes here as well. Senatexa in desperation mode as the blue is pushing them in, flailing, trying to find anything before they go down. Benihat has them pinned. Alpha 7, I think, took a little bit too long. They strolled their way in a little more leisurely, Dave. I don't think they thought they could send, probably very correctly. Don't think they thought they could send, but they had enough tree cover. I think they maybe could have pushed a little bit further before they set up their camp, and now they're paying for it.
The thing is, next Ruya and RTG, they looked at each other and said, hey, why are we fighting? Let's just take out everybody else first, and then we'll get back to you. That's the problem. You got 8 players shooting you pretty much in this situation, and they are just getting picked apart left and right as Clash, they find out firsthand.
I mean, RTG, Dave, I know they've gotten every piece of circle luck you could humanly get, but boy, have they capitalized on it. 12 kills! And what's so cool about this is it's completely contrary to their normal strategy, their late game roll-up. They've shown that they can do it all. This Road to Glory squad, they're not one I was super familiar with coming into it, but my goodness, are they getting me hyped, Dave. I mean, and the fact they have the confidence, Carry Boy, at this point, to do roof play this late in the game, that means you have full trust in your team to scout for you, that you're not going to get shot in the butt. The communication from this squad is unparalleled.
3 times MVP. Frozen still alive, though. If I am the solo from Konina Power, I want to survive. Because remember, their first place coming into this game. They want to hold on to it. I don't think it's going to be an option, though. You still have 8 players shooting your tree. Oh, just unlucky. Talk about being pinned against the wall. But, oh, Carry Boy spotted on that roof. That's huge.
That was big. That was the pickup they absolutely needed to get. Fasha is going to get one back, though, on the outside. Continue to just farm for those hit markers, spraying and praying through the smoke. RTG's taking a lot of damage, though, as Carry Boy tried to get revived, pushed on in, and got confirmed. This is huge here for next Ruya Gaming, who I also have to give props, have been able to do a very similar style of play here. But Fasha's going to drop. And drop, but not drop.
And the thing is, Fashe, talk about a backstab potential right there. Huge. El Chapo, though, needs to watch out. M249 right in your face. My goodness, this is crazy. Yeah, okay, finally taken out. Senke, 8 kills onto Senke right here. 3v2.
And with the last dying breath for Konina Power, the 16-point finish for them, able to get a key knock onto Frozen, making this a 2v2. Assuming the revive doesn't come through, which it looks like it will. RTG needed to reset themselves, get the meds off, but I don't know how I feel about that smoke, Dave, because it's going to give away, as if next Ruya didn't know where they were. It's going to absolutely confirm that, and that Molly doing work. Marshall just clips the edge of it. That's so you don't, Marshall!
Popping off the heel, but I don't know how they're going to defend themselves. M249, Frozen with the DP. You're going to have so many bullets getting sprayed in your direction. It's up to Marshall to get a huge knock right here once when they pop that broken wall.
I'm not even sure it's going to matter, though. So many kills they've already secured for themselves. They're still going to walk away with the most in this first or 7 regardless, but the chicken dinner sure does feel good. SNK is going to drop. That's going to be it. Pops over the wall. No choice. That's going to be the end.